In Unit 5, Part 2, we were talking about negative and zero exponents. So the notes themselves are actually pretty short, but this can be a confusing topic, so make sure you ask if you have any questions. So the rules are right here, straight out of the book again. Again, hard to read on the video, I apologize, but on your notes, it shouldn't be too bad. The big key is, if you have any number, any non-zero number to the zero power, it's going to be 1. Or if it's a variable, x to the 0, it's going to be 1. Okay? If you have a non-zero number to a negative integer, so like 4 to the negative second, you're going to rewrite that as 1 over 4 to the positive second. Okay, same way if we have x to the negative third, we rewrite that 1 over x to the positive third. So here's your rule for 0, here's your rule for negative exponents. So let's look at some examples. First off, it says write the expression using only positive exponents. So for these, it's important to keep track of the directions. You want to write these as only positive exponents. So 7 to the negative fifth, we're going to rewrite as 1 over 7 to the positive fifth. Remember, our negative rule is you put it underneath 1 and make it positive. For number 2, we have 137 to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is 1. For number 3, we have 14 g to the negative 8. Now I'm going to rewrite this. Because the important thing I want to show you is the negative 8 goes with the g, and only the g. So that means we have 14 times 1 over g to the positive 8, and then we can rewrite that if we multiply 14 over g to the 8. So again, the negative 8 is only with the g. For number 4, we have a to the negative 7th and b to the positive third. So a to the negative 7th, we're going to rewrite as 1 over a to the positive 7th, and we have times b to the third. Now if I actually multiply that, it means that it's b to the third over a to the 7th, and then I'm done there. Looking at the next section, again, remember I said it's important to read the directions. The directions for the next part says write the expression without using a fraction bar. So we're kind of going backwards from what we just learned. So for 1 over 16, here's the hard part. 16 we need to do the factor tree for it. So that's 4 and 4, 2 and 2. So the prime factorization is 2 to the 4th. So 1 over 16 is the same as saying 1 over 2 to the 4th power. So to write that without a fraction bar, that'd be 2 to the negative 4th power. So again, we're undoing our negative exponent rule. For number 2, we have 5 over h to the 4th. So that means when I bring up the h to the 4th, it becomes h to the negative 4th. Again, not an easy topic, so make sure you're following along. For number 3, I have 8d to the 3rd over e to the 7th. 8d to the 3rd all stays the same. The e to the 7th, though, to pull it up top, I need to make it negative 7. So 8d to the 3rd, e to the negative 7. On this bottom part, it says find the product or quotient. Write your answer using only positive exponents. So you've got quite a bit going on here. Alright, so I'm going to do a couple of these and then leave some of them to you. So for number 1, we have 9 to the negative 5th times 9 to the negative 6. So taking it back to part 1, remember these have a common base of 9. That means I can add the exponents. So negative 5 plus negative 6. That gives me 9 to the negative 11. Now my directions say to write your answer using only positive exponents. So that means I have to rewrite this as 1 over 9 to the positive 11, and that's my final answer. Number 2, I'll leave for you. Number 3, I have 3s to the 0 power times 8s to the negative 5th. So there's a couple ways I can do this. The first way is I can say that s to the first is just 1. Sorry, s to the 0 power is just 1, and then rewrite the rest of that. So now, I can multiply all my coefficients together, so that will give me 3 times 1 times 8 is 24, and then s to the negative 5th needs to move to the bottom, and it'll become the positive 5th. Okay. Another way you could have done that one is multiplied the 3 times the 8, and then added the exponent, so 0 plus negative 5. That would give me 24 times s to the negative 5th, which would give me 24 over s to the positive 5th. So either way, you get the same answer. Again, number 2 I'm going to leave for you. Number 4, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave number 4 to you as well. Number 5, we have 21h to the negative 8 over 7h to the second. Excuse me. So first thing I'm going to write the coefficients out in front, and then the variables I need to subtract. So h to the negative 8 minus 2. Again, remember in part 1 I said in this part we get into more detail about this. First thing is that I can reduce this 21 over 7 to reduce this to 3. Then I have h to the negative 10. When I do negative 8 minus 2, I get negative 10. So I cannot have negative exponents, so 3 is going to stay on top, and then h will go to the bottom and become positive 10. And that's my simplified version. Okay. So 2, 4, and 6 are up to you. Make sure you check the problems against the answer key. When you get to the back side, it is all review problems. So adding and subtracting integers from a long time ago, least common multiple and greatest common factor from Unit 4. You are responsible for all of these problems.